Hello lovelies, sorry for the really low angle, I don't want to mess with any of that. So just a little quick face-to-face intro of what I have that I'm going to work in today. So one of my favorite people to subscribe to on YouTube is the lovely Niamh. It's not spelt like that, trust me, she confused me for a very long time, but I will link to her page down below. And for a while we've been swapping art goodies. She sends me some really cool stuff like this. Can you see that? This little doll up there, that card was actually from her. She sent me some Tombow markers to top up my stash when she knows I didn't have many. I've sent her junk journals and things. Like, she's a really cool arty friend to have, and we tend to, you know, correspond back and forth. And she recently did a class where she made a junk journal, and she commented that she had 2 now, and I said it looked amazing. And I still had one that I'd made a while ago now that I hadn't sent to her yet. So she come up with the idea that we should trade. So I haven't sent it yet. I was going to send her the one I made a very long time ago, and she in turn sent me the one she made, which is fantastic. So she made this for her class, and yeah, so she has sent it to me. Now the funny thing is, I like to make junk journals. I was going to say that I don't actually use them much, but I did. I made one for every 3 months for an entire year. But it's been a while since I've actually worked in a junk journal, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. So there's some really cool pages and things. She's got some paper, some gel prints, you know, all really cool stuff. So this is the first book or junk journal I've received from someone else, and I'm really excited to work in it. So the one I've sent her one before, and she's done a fair few videos in that. And I'll see if I can find one and I'll link to it so you can see what I'm talking about. And she has recently said that was one of her favourites to work in. And so I made her another one to send to her as a thank you for the package of Tombow markers. She said, I'll see if I can find the post on my Instagram and link to that too. And I also made for her, I made her a canvas. I have a process video of it, but because I haven't sent it, I haven't put it up yet. So I might send that off before I show you that. But yeah, so I've got that ready to send to her, and she sent me this. So I'm really excited to work in it. I thought that's what I might do today. So yeah, look, there's even challenges on the front. So I'm very excited. So I thought that is what I would do today, but I thought I'd just give you a quick little background as to where this fabulous book came from. And yeah, might get stuck into it. So that's it from me for now, and I'm going to get started and play my new junk journal. So stick around for the process. Bye.
Okay, lovelies, here we go. So first I'm going to look on the little prompts here. I thought it might be good to work through these. So I decided to go through, and I went with create an abstract page, I think it is, or an abstract painting. I'm going to say it now, I think I failed. I'm not overly happy with this, and I almost contemplated redoing this video and doing another page purely because I'm not happy with it. But then I thought, well, that's not very fair, because, you know, the whole point is sharing this process with you, even my fails. So while I consider this a fail, someone may like it. So I found this cool page that had a tip-in postcard, and I thought it would make a nice little element to the page. So all in all, this video is actually pretty short because the point is to make an abstract. I didn't go too much into it. I tried to keep it simple. Granted, I fail at simple, but I tried. And yeah, you'll see what I mean. So I picked out some Dylusions paints. I've got After Midnight, London Blue, yep, and I got out Lime Green, but my green's gone all funky, so I don't actually end up using my green. Now I wanted to, in my last, I think it's my last video, my last art journal video, I was doing a technique where I trying to get the words. I was following a technique that Niamh had used where she was layering her colours next on top of each other and drying them off in between, and I was explaining how I tend to use colours that complement each other because I don't dry between my layers, and that's exactly what I've done here. I've used the London Blue and the After Midnight, and I haven't dried them, so when I've used my scraper on top, my silicone paintbrush or my paint scraper, whatever you want to call it, these colours can blend and merge together, and that's the difference between how I usually do it and how I did it in that last art journal video. So I don't dry my layers off in between when I'm using colours like that so that they can blend and smush together a little bit. Now I'm bringing in a colour for contrast, and I wanted to bring in that lime green for contrast, but of course it didn't work because the dream's all gloopy. So then I pick up what has to be my favourite Dylusions colour, Cherry Pie, and I decided to go in and make some marks with that. So I'm using the edge of my silicone brush to make some straight lines, and then I'm getting some of my other mark making tools, and I'm just trying to make some marks. I didn't really think much about it. That's probably, a good thing, but also, probably why I'm not overly happy with this. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a true abstract, but then again, what is a true abstract? So, I don't know. But in the end, it was on the page. This part in the middle here where I tried to draw a little something and then it got messed up, this is the reason why I end up putting a focal image on here. Obviously, I wasn't thinking too much about it when, with the whole abstract thing, I was trying to leave white space. I had this little stamped piece, this stamped quote sitting on my desk. So I literally picked it up and thought it would work to cover up my little boo-boo there. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do with it. So in between all of this, I've dried the blue before I put the red on top, obviously because it's contrasting colour. And now I'm going to go in and dry it again. Because some of that red is very thick, it took me a little while to get it to dry. That was probably the longest part of this video, the drying time. And then I'm going to come back in with some paint pens because, well, not a lot, just the white. I wanted black, but I've left the black inside. It wasn't in my art desk, so I used the white. Again, Jane Davenport paint pens, much to be said for these. As you can see, I'm impatient, and some of this paint was still wet. Didn't kill it. I got blue on the entire tip of this and did not kill it. So I'll tell you what, I'll be getting another pack of the white and black paint pens in the Jane Davenport brand because I have not killed this paint pen yet. Touch wood. I said it in my last video as well, but I still have not killed it. And without fail, I put this paint pen into wet paint every time I use it. But yeah, as you can see, now I'm just making some marks. I tried with the abstract. I feel like I have failed. But in saying that, like I said, maybe someone might get something out of this process. I don't know. I wanted to share it with you. Even though I don't love it, maybe I'll try this prompt again. But anyway, I hope you haven't minded the video. I hope you got something out of the process. And I'll be back real soon with a new video. Bye for now.